A big upcoming free mode that is coming to Assassin's Creed Origins is the Discovery Tour, where we can learn more about Egypt by walking through the open world, as you see in this footage from Access the Animus. And now we have more info about this mode that is slated to release in early 2018 thanks to a Game Informer article. We got a ton of interesting info, so let's dive in this video. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. The world that Ubisoft has built in Assassin's Creed Origins is insane, not only because we never saw a take on Egypt in a game on this scale, but also because of the beautiful graphics, the way that the NPCs interact or run past you on their horse, and it's also awesome that we see Roman cities to make the environments more varied. Where in previous Assassin's Creed games there was an in-game database that gave you more information about the setting from the Assassin's Creed game you were playing, in Origins this is going to be way more exciting to learn more about the world, because you will be walking around Egypt in real time, see photos and images from museums and other institutions. You can also choose to let a guide explain how the Great Pyramids came to be, for example, or why the Library of Alexandria is so important. Not only big landmarks, but you also get in this mode a better sense of what a day-to-day life was like for an average citizen in the region. And this will all be done through fully narrated presentations. The most important thing is that there is no combat in this mode. We already knew that, but it's interesting that the animals will still be fighting each other to give more sense of realism to the world, I would imagine, but they will completely ignore you. This mode is totally dedicated to the history and will not mention anything from Assassin's Creed Origins lore. And I think that's great, because the focus here is on the history itself, and otherwise it will cause a lot of confusion, I would imagine. So now we know some basic info about the mode, but how does it work? How can we access this mode? Well, when it releases, there will probably be a patch to download, and in the Game Informer article it was said that there will be a new game option in the main menu. So yes, it's completely gated from the campaign, and if you select the Discovery Tour, then you can select a character from more than 20 different models. We already saw Caesar in the footage from Access the Animus, but also Cleopatra will be playable, Bayek, Aya, Ptolemy, and way more, hopefully some of the Order of the Agents, because these guys looked really awesome, and sadly they did not get the stage time they deserved. So hopefully we get to play them as well. When you select your character, you will be dropped into the world and can use Senu and your mount as well to discover the history of Egypt. Ubisoft says that they highlighted landmarks that have tours associated with them, so you can travel to that location manually or simply fast travel to it. When you start a tour, there will be a line you got to follow, and there's a narrator that will explain everything you need to know. Quote, "This will make learning more attractive and more powerful," end quote. And that's the creative director's quote from Ubisoft Montreal, talking about the interactive nature of the mode, and I totally agree with that. Having history books is way less exciting than to go through a well-realized version in a game, and also a game that a ton of students should know. And this is an amazing example of how video games can be used for education as well. I'm really curious to see how well fleshed out it is. According to Ubisoft, there should be a ton of content in this free mode, but how long will it be entertaining? Will school use it to explain the history of Egypt? It has a ton of potential on paper, so I'm really curious to see how it shakes out. What do you think of the free Discovery Tour that is slated to release in early 2018? When we know more about the release date and of course other upcoming Assassin's Creed Origins content, I will let you know, so be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on everything Assassin's Creed Origins. So like this video to support the channel, check out my video on all the other content that we know is coming to the game in 2018, and I will speak to you next time. Thanks a lot for watching, and goodbye.